Mountain Drifters, one of the most ridiculously overhyped sets from Hotwheels in many, many years, and it's trash. That's right, guys. Welcome back to LevelM. Bring on the comments. We're ready for you. This is going to be a video unlike you guys have ever seen on this channel. I typically praise the diecast we do. I typically like the diecast that we do. I'm very happy about the diecast I pick up that we do. But every once in a while, it's pretty rare, but every once in a while, something comes along and it just absolutely boggles my mind. So this is Mountain Drifters, yada yada. Everybody and their mom who collects diecast these days knows about this set. I'll be frank with you, I was pretty happy to get this set myself. Looked pretty cool in pictures, whatnot, this and that. But now that I have it in hand, I realize it's trash. It's trash. So I am not an expert on drifting or anything like that. I would never try to say that I was or anything. But when you look up information and you look up, you know, video and stuff like that about the drifting scene, especially the Japan drifting scene, which is really what this stuff is based off of, this stuff just doesn't fit. It literally doesn't fit. Okay. This model right here is the only one that even fits the motif. This is the Trueno AE86. It even has the deco on it to support it. This one is flawless. Now, if you wanted to do a Mountain Drifter set, definitely keep this guy in there for sure. This guy deserves to be in there. But literally the rest of this set does not belong. It just doesn't belong, okay? You know, for one, this is an all-wheel drive. And yes, you can modify. Yes, you can do what you want. But realistically, in my opinion, Hot Wheels just threw this in here just because it's kind of a hot casting right now. We've only seen this once before in red. So this was the first release. Came out in Modern Classics 3. Now we have it in this guy. Of course, the blue is way better for sure. But, you know, this model was a filler. Now, the model by itself is great. It's a great model. In this set, total trash. Total trash. It just is. It just is. It doesn't fit. You know, they can draw it all they want on the card art, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Okay. Moving on. I'm not saying nobody has ever not drifted their NSX Type R. But I mean, if you guys look at the drifting scene, nobody has like these immaculate, you know, well-tailored, well-detailed vehicles. You know, they have bumpers removed, they have push guards and stuff on there, they have mismatch wheels, you know, they've been hidden curves, they've been hidden barriers. Those are the guys that are out there drifting. Those are the guys that are out there doing, you know, the mountain drifting and even the domestic drifting and stuff like that. Again, as a model by itself, this NSX is fantastic. And we're gonna crack these open, guys. We're just going through this. This is a great model by itself. In this set, it's trash. It doesn't fit. Again, this is another casting that they haven't really used hardly at all. And really, they just threw it in this set because they wanted to use the casting. I get that, but it just doesn't fit in this mix. Now, these two are brand new castings. Now, as much as I don't want to admit it, this one sort of fits the bill. But I can tell you right now, I don't know anybody who actually has an R34 Super Silhouette Skyline who is out, you know, tearing up the mountain roads. These are very, very expensive conversions. These are very expensive cars. Just an R34 by itself is a very expensive car. So, you know, I can let this one go. You know, it's kind of the kind of fantasy a little bit. You know, and they obviously wanted to do something cool with this, so they threw it in the mix. We can sort of kind of get on that level, but not as much. Now, this one's kind of a mixed bag. So this was built to homogenize the GT4 to race in WRC. It's a rally car. They race it. You know, it's used to getting sideways. It's not necessarily a drifter. It doesn't fit that motif, but I can kind of let this one slide. You know, I think that this is you know, enough of a stretch that I think this one's okay. So, you know, if we're going to go off of that base, okay, so we're going to say you got the GT4, you got the Skyline, and you got the Trueno, okay? So you're trying to make Mountain Drifter set. There you go. Boom. Now, in the spirit of Hotwheels obviously just trying to use castings that haven't been used all that much, most people would be like, well, how about you throw on an S14 or an S15? I get it, right? I get it. Those are the easiest cars to drift. You know, boom, bam, bing, super popular. Everybody wants one. All that good stuff, right? Those are the ones that everybody wants to drift. Okay, S14, S15, okay? Now, the problem is Hot Wheels have used those castings relatively frequently, I guess you could say, far more than some other castings, okay? So we got to scratch those, okay? So we can't use the S14, can't use the S15, okay? So we're going to say, okay, we're going to scratch those. Now, if you're going to sit there and say, okay, well, how about we use something to go with the Super Silhouette? And you're like, okay. Well, how about the RWB? Now, the RWB has only been used just a couple of times. Is that thrown in there? No. Is this a drift car? No. But neither is the Liberty Walk. However, if you want to stretch the Silhouette, you know, kind of mountain drifting thing, I think this would have been a perfect fit. This casting is not used all that much. High demand. Collectors love this guy. Boom, boom, bam, ching, psh, done. Okay? Then you think, okay, well, you know, maybe it's a little bit geared towards the Japanese scene a little bit. You know, obviously not with this particular Celica maybe, but, you know, kind of drifted towards that. And you're like, okay, cool. I get that. I get that. So how about a 180SX? I believe this guy has only been in premium once or twice. And that's it. This is a perfect drift car. This is exactly what you're going to see going down the mountain or up the mountain or whatever they do when they drift. If you go to a drifting event, you're going to see 180s all the time. All the time. Okay? So this one fits the bill perfectly, and they haven't used this all that much. They barely used it, and people love this casting. They do. So we're going to say, okay, let's do that casting. Okay? So we're going to throw the casting in there, okay? Now you're like, well, we need something else. You know, how about something that's not a Nissan, right? Okay. Well, how about the RX-7? Now, the RX-7, yes, this casting's been used a lot, but not necessarily in premium. We've seen it about 3 or 4 times in premium, you know, and it's, you know, a couple of times it's been based on Fast and Furious, so it's not even been, you know, kind of freestyle. This is an opportunity. They could have taken the RX-7, put it freestyle. Definitely something you're going to see ripping up the corners for sure. You get that rotary power. I think this one would have fit the bill just perfectly fine, right? So this could be kind of an alternate, okay? So we can say this will be an alternate. Now you're sitting there and saying, okay, well, how about something that's a little different? You know, maybe not Nissan, maybe not Mazda, you know. Okay. How about a Subaru? How about the 22B? Now, the 22B, I believe, has only been used once as a premium. And that would be perfect. If Hotwheels is saying, hey, we want to use premium, let's do it. Let's do something that we haven't seen that much or really at all. You know, boom, there you go. And then you figure, okay, well, maybe the 22B is a little bit too specific. Maybe it's a little bit too narrowed down. It's like, okay, okay. Well, it couldn't get any more generalized than the Bug-Eye WRX. So the WRX STI is a perfect opportunity for drifting. It's got a controllable center diff. You can easily drift this car. This would give it some flavor in the mix. Give you a 4-door, which is kind of cool. It'd be the only 4-door in the mix. I think that would be cool. I think that would be a perfectly fitting fit. So, in my opinion, if we're going to stick with these 3, and we're going to actually call it Mountain Drifters, I would say 2 of the 3 cars listed here, that's what should have been in the mix. That's what would have been a good fit. Just my opinion. That's just the way I go. But, again, this is what Hot Wheels did. I don't like it, but I'm not the one, you know, making the decisions over there at Hot Wheels. So, unfortunately, I don't get to dictate what happens. Now, we'll crack these open. I mean, we're going to add them to the collection. They're already here. But, I mean, everybody is just so unbelievably just absolutely Twitter-pated over these models. And I just don't get it. Everybody's calling this, like, probably the best car culture mix ever. I don't get that, man. I don't get that. I don't think that it fits that bill at all. You know, that's just not, you know, it's just not. This is the 3000 GT in blue. This one does look significantly better than the one that we saw in red the first time in Modern Classics 3. Very nice tempos on the back, look very crisp, very nice. Do like the black surround for the where the plate area is, looks pretty good. These wheels are fantastic. Color is fantastic. The tampo details are amazing. Spot on, very, very good. So that guy compared to the, you know, previous release in red, definitely a different flavor. I think that the one in blue is definitely by far the better one. Now, I don't have any problem with, you know, Hot Wheels trying to just plug in castings that they want to use. But, I mean, this set is just a power grab. It's just a money grab. It's just... you guys are never going to hear me complain, hardly ever, but every once in a while, you just got to. NSX Type R, again, casting that's barely been used. I get that they want to use this. Is this a drift car? Absolutely not. Absolutely not a drift car. Let's slide this guy out of there. This looks fantastic, though, in white and black with those wheels on it. Very, very nice. Very nice tempos on the back. This is NSX Type R on the plate. Wheels are a perfect choice, I believe. Very, very nice on the top as well. This generation of NSX is very, very hard to find with the exposed headlights. Very desirable casting. And very desirable real car in real life as well. That guy looks good. He looks good, right? I like it. I think it's fantastic. Is it a drifter? No. Is it a mountain drifter? Definitely not. Definitely not. Now, what I will tell you is a mountain drifter is this guy. And this one is absolutely fantastic. This is one of the best, just not best, but just the coolest Hot Wheels they've done in a while. The deco is just fantastic. I believe that's a new wheel in a new color. You know, the smaller 6-spoke. It just looks fantastic. And of course, it's, you know, it's A86. That is the quintessential drift car of pretty much all time. And they super Japanesed it up, and it looks just fantastic. Just an absolute knockout casting, knockout deco, amazing wheels, full-on front tampo, looks super good. Japanese plate on there, amazing. Tampo on the hood looks super good. Tampo on the other side, got your Falcon, Sparko, and Eibach. Very, very nice. And of course, full tampo details, even has the anime carried over to the bumper there. Looks very good. The tampos are fantastic. Just amazing. This is such a good model. This is the only good one as far as drift-wise in the whole set. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Looks pretty good. Looks really good, actually. Now, we'll get into the new castings. Celica GT4. I love this car. I absolutely love this Celica. Definitely one of my favorite Celicas of all time. It's an awesome car. You know, GT4. It's got the extended wing on it. You know, built from rally racing. You know, just an icon of dirt racing, I guess you can say, from back in the day. I'm really glad that Hot Wheels did this casting, although I wish they would have been doing some kind of, you know, racing theme with it. So this guy comes with the 5 spokes in chrome. Looks pretty good. They did have a very similar wheel to that in the later production run, so that's actually pretty accurate. Full-on front tampo details looks very, very good. All the vents on the hood are tampoed up as well. It does have the roof scoop there, which is a very nice detail. Just carried over to the details on the side. The wing is extended on the real one, so it does have the simulated extension pieces in there. And then there is your rear tampos. Looks pretty good. GT4. Of course, metal spoiler. So that stuff is all integrated. Put that guy down on the rotator guy. It looks good. I really like this casting a lot. I think it's fantastic. They did a great job. Love this casting. Definitely going to collect this guy. Can't wait to find more versions of it. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice. Is it a drifter? On dirt, yes. On pavement, I would say no. I would say no. All right, now we're going to get on to the R34 Liberty Walk Super Silhouette. Obviously, the one casting that everybody is most Twitter-pated about. There are many, many R34, fanboys, I guess you could call them, in the world. As far as like, the ranking of Skylines, R34 is number 2. R33 is by far number 1. R32 is definitely dead last. The R31 and the R30 rank above the R32. I absolutely just don't like the R32 at all, but it's just my opinion. This one is fantastic though. So this is a brand new casting, very involved. Does have roll cage and stuff in there. This is the chase piece for the set. Unfortunately, if you, obviously not this one, but this is the casting that is the chase piece for the set. It does have a little extra plastic in the back. So we'll look at the base real quick. ER34 Super Silhouette Nissan Skyline. There is your exhaust out the side. Super metal. Obviously, everything is metal. It's premium casting. There is the up close deets. Wheels look a little bit small on the casting for some reason. I'm not really sure why. They just do. There is the rear deets. It does actually still have tampoed up taillights, which is pretty nice. Does have some plate detail in there. Also says Liberty Walk, LBK, LWBK. There is the other deets on the other side. Looks pretty good. And of course your shot from the front looks pretty good. Lots and lots of tampo on this guy. Does have a tampo on the windshield banner there, which is pretty nice. Tampo on the top of the hood. I mean, this is the casting itself is very nice. It does have, separate roll cage on the inside. You can see that yellow roll cage looks very, very good. Put him down on the rotator guy. Now, I'm going to admit, this is actually a fantastic model. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. In the package, I was like, it's all right. Holding that in hand, that is a fantastic casting. That is a fantastic casting. Is it a drifter? No, it's still not a drifter. It's just not, in my opinion. But it's a fantastic model. It's a fantastic casting. I really wish they would have done another Silhouettes car culture set and then put this in there rather than trying to make this a drifter. I get it, it's a new casting, but Hot Wheels makes several cars that they can do for Super Silhouette, and that would have probably been the hottest set ever, especially with this in it. But unfortunately, that's not what they did. So that Skyline is pretty good. It's pretty good. The Celica is pretty good by itself as well. And the Trueno is the star of the show, in my personal opinion. So the other two cars I'm just going to leave to the rollout because they're not drift cars and they don't fit. And, just kind of an honest take for a change. I typically don't, hate on a set, or I typically don't rag on a set. I kind of just accept it for what it is. But this set is it's just trash. It's just trash. I'm sorry, guys. It just is. But you know what? If you guys stuck around for my rant, I appreciate you guys a lot. You guys are awesome. And you know what? We try to keep it real here on LevelM. And sometimes we just don't like the stuff that comes out. And unfortunately, for me, this is just kind of where this set's at. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. If you want to subscribe, please do. I promise not everything is like this. I typically am pretty cheery on my videos. It's just sometimes I got to let it be how it is. So we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. LevelM diecast. Peace.